I got it, bitches! Chocolate vanilla swirl. I don't know what she said. You guys know the vine, right? I got my coffee. Oh man, it feels so good to be back filming this style video. Honestly, if you guys like these driving videos, let a bitch know because I really like making them. Whoa, I look like I have freckles. Okay, ready? Let's go, bitch. So because the universe fucking loves me, it is raining right now and I was planning on going to the beach. So I don't know if that's gonna happen, but if anything, we'll just take a drive. Ready? Let's go. Okay, so today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to West Side. We are going to the West today, which is one of my favorite parts of the island because it's just, you know, I don't know, it's just one of my favorite parts of the island. Okay, so why am I making this video? Well, so honestly, I've been looking to kind of have some relaxed time over the past few days and I've been wanting to go to the beach and just relax a little bit. And I figured, you know, why not just make a video talking to you guys, kind of talking about things I've learned over the past, like, year and a half since growing on YouTube and kind of the lessons I've learned about like working and overworking myself and stressing myself the fuck out, all that shit, because I feel like now at this point I can finally be totally open with you guys because my brand has been revealed. Woo woo! So now that that secret is out, I feel like I can finally be open and honest with you guys about like everything that's been going on in my life and how that's really been affecting my YouTube content and just me as a person. I want to talk about something called burnout. You may have heard of it. It's a little sneaky bitch. I have had, am having, will probably continue to have experiences with burnout, and I want to talk about it because it's something that truthfully all of us are probably going to experience at one point in our life. Given the world right now and what we've had to experience by working at home, I feel like a lot of people are starting to feel overwhelmed and burnt out because of the work that we have to do every day, no matter what job you're in. And it goes hand in hand with mental health. And you guys know, I always want to be honest and transparent about like what my mental health journey is. And I feel like it'd be really good to just kind of share with you guys what my experiences with burnout have been, what I've learned over the past year, but specifically like 6 months, because it's been a learning journey for sure. And honestly, I wish my old self would watch this video. I've learned so much and I'm continuing to learn so much about the toxic relationship we can often have with work. And I've seen this topic start to come up more and more online and on TikTok and just in conversation, and I feel like a lot of people can kind of, you know, relate to it right now, which is why I kind of just want to share my 2 cents, the things I've learned, so hopefully you guys don't make the same mistakes. So let me just start at square one. If you are a newer subscriber, you may not have realized that I grew on YouTube pretty damn fast. It blew up really fast, and to say that my life changed is an understatement because YouTube and everything went from being just like a side passion to all of a sudden really being my career. And before I started going on social media, I had started working on my brand, building it on my own, and I thought that I was definitely capable of doing that because at that point in time I wasn't growing crazy fast. When quarantine started, my life got a little insane because that's when I really started growing a lot on social media. And because it was quarantine and I wanted to make as much content for you guys as possible, I was like, I need to devote like literally all of my time to this nonstop. And I was my own editor. I was editing all my videos. I was doing all the interviews and stuff by myself. I didn't have a team. I didn't have an assistant. And mind you, I was uploading on YouTube about 5 to 6 times a week, and I was posting on TikTok about 3 to 4 times a day. And that's a lot. That's a lot. If you're the only person doing all of that, it's kind of unheard of. I really just loved working, and it would be one of those things where I'd wake up at 7 a.m. and work until 3 a.m. and just repeat. No time for breaks, no time for free time. Okay, you guys, I just had an amazing idea. Boba. It's boba time, bitches. I'm gonna go to my favorite boba spot on the island. It is magical. When I tell you, this boba place, I used to go here like 4 times a week, which is not good for my body. This boba place is incredible because they take local fruits from the island and blend it up into almost like a boba smoothie, but it's not a smoothie. I can't even describe how amazing it is, but we're gonna go there, and I'm also gonna drop by Best Buy because I realized I lost my speaker and I want to have a speaker when I go to the beach. Let's go get away. Bye. I always get mango because they literally blend up fresh mango into this orgasmic smoothie, and it's all for like $4. It's fucking amazing. Anyway, so where was I? I honestly was just so passionate about creating content for you guys. I knew that we are all in quarantine. I wanted to create as much content as possible, and I thought, you know, okay, quarantine's gonna last like a few months. I'll keep the schedule up for a little while, and then it's gonna calm down, and I can go back to like a normal posting schedule. I can focus on my brand. It's gonna be great. What I did not anticipate was for COVID to last way longer than any of us had any idea, truthfully. So right away when quarantine started, I kind of set an uploading standard and a work standard for myself that was really intense and kind of was doomed to be unsustainable, because there is no way that any content creator can consistently be doing everything themselves, editing everything themselves, uploading 5 to 6 times a week on YouTube, uploading 3 to 4 times a day on TikTok, all while building a skincare brand and still get sleep. And that's exactly what happened to me. Ever since quarantine started, I have had a pretty consistent schedule where I am working all the time, regularly pulling all-nighters. It started off with just like, you know, 1 to 2 all-nighters a week, not too bad. But by the end of 2020, I was pulling 3 to 4 all-nighters a week regularly because I was just working constantly. And here's the sneaky part when it comes to working and burnout. I am so lucky and so fortunate to be able to have a job that I love to do. Like, making YouTube videos is literally a dream job. Like, who would not love to do that? I felt so fortunate and lucky to be in this position that I'm like, how could I not just constantly be working in order to create as much content as I can for you guys to enjoy? And because it's just an incredible opportunity and something I love to do. For like the first 6 months of quarantine, you could not convince me to stop working or to take a break, because I just loved it. I loved every second, and I thought I was never gonna get tired of it. Because I mean, come on, who needs sleep? And that continued for a while, right up until the end of last year, because that's when it started getting really crazy busy when it came to building the brand. I was able to keep up really good stamina for a long time, truthfully, as I was constantly working and, you know, overexerting myself, and I wasn't complaining because I really did love every second of it. And I kind of felt invincible, but there was always this voice in the back of my head that was like, Hyram, are you gonna be able to keep this up for a long time? Are you gonna be able to like consistently go your whole life with such limited sleep and such a crazy work schedule, never really having any time for breaks or free time or relaxing, you know? Okay, so I just pulled into Best Buy. I'm gonna buy a speaker because I wanna listen to music at the beach. Hold that thought. Awesome, I got a speaker. Now I can listen to music at the beach. And I still haven't gotten my boba. We are just running right on schedule today, aren't we? I have to say, there's nothing like sitting at the beach, listening to music, and getting roasted alive by the sun. Oh, just... I'm kidding, I brought lots of sunscreen, don't worry. We started getting into the fall of 2020, and that's when I started feeling like, I might be working a little bit hard. I might be pushing myself a little bit too hard. Oh my god, stupid driver, jeez. Ugh. Sorry, I cannot handle stupid drivers. I just watched like a car almost hit another car. And how fucking ironic is it that I, you know, I'm always talking about taking care of your skin and taking care of your health, yet I was just pushing my body to the absolute limits. And I was constantly like, oh, it's just gonna be crazy for like the next 2 weeks, and then it's gonna get better after the 2 weeks are over. I'm almost there. I'm right around the corner from relaxed time. But the thing I started noticing was that life never stopped being crazy, and it only got progressively worse and more intense. And it was an interesting dynamic, you know, because here I was doing what I love, but doing what I love started to feel really challenging and really hard because I was just working too hard. And the interesting thing is that I started noticing a lot of other people were feeling the same. You know, we were in quarantine, a time where most of us, you know, should be kind of like relaxing a little bit more because we get to be at home. But for a lot of people, there was no separation of personal life and work life because we were all, oh my god, chai! Okay, sorry, I did not see that it was a red light, and I also did not see that this was my turn. I promise I'm a safe driver. I only failed my driving test once. I feel like I'm actually a pretty good driver right up until like I'm late to something, and then it's just like full Mad Max craziness. I'm at my boba place, woo! Okay, so I got my boba. I keep knocking into my coffee straw. I got my boba, woo! Oh, It tastes so good. It tastes like you are literally just eating a fucking entire mango in a drink. It's so good. I can't handle it. Also my fat ass got, where is it? Here's it. Oh, ube cheesecake. If you've never had ube cheesecake, bruh. It is so good. Can you tell I'm a foodie? I don't eat to live. I live to eat, bitch. Anyway, wow, what topic were we on? Oh yeah, burnout. Anyway, I promise I'm not gonna get distracted because I have like an hour of driving left, so we won't have a lot of distractions. I apologize. Yeah, I did not finish filming that day, and there's a couple of reasons why that I want to explain. Oh my god, my window is so dirty. Well, I tried to get the car washed today, but the usual car wash place I go to was closed, so what am I gonna do about it? So, basically what happened, I was finally at the part of the drive where I'm like, yes, it's smooth driving the whole time. I'm not gonna have interruptions. It's not gonna be the loud freeway, and my phone ran out of storage, and obviously I'm not going to be like messing around on my phone as I'm driving. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna film when I went to the beach, and I did get to go to the beach, and I'll insert some footage here. The beach was beautiful, it was amazing, and I was sitting there by myself and I was like, you know what? It's nice being here by myself, and it's nice because I finally like have a free day, but I was like, man, it would be so nice to just like have a beer and just be chilling here with friends, but whatever. I love my alone time, so I wasn't super bothered. As I was walking back to the car to continue filming and just drive back home, a girl ran up to me with a beer in her hand and she was like, Hyram, I watch your videos. Do you want a beer? And it was an ice cold beer on a hot summer day at the beach. The universe was on my side that day. What can I say? Call it divine timing or alcoholism. No, I'm kidding. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes. And there was a whole group of friends and they ended up inviting me into their tent. We were eating food, just chilling at the beach, swimming, talking. It was such a cool moment. And honestly, if I was in work mode, I would have been like, no, thank you. I'll have a beer or whatever, just not to be rude, but you know, I have work to do, I gotta go. But considering what I had just been filming, I was like, you know what? I have a free day. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna make some new friends. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna live life, and I'm just gonna enjoy the moment. And it was honestly amazing. It was one of the best days I've had in so long. It was so nice just to be at the beach, relaxing, chilling, and not necessarily thinking about work 24/7. And I felt like it was just the perfect reflection of what I had been talking about in my video up until that moment. And then life got really crazy, and it's been super busy, but I finally have a little bit of time because I have to run an errand to a place that's like a 45-minute drive away or like an hour drive away. And so I figured I would resume the video here. Okay, that window is driving me crazy. It's so dirty. I don't know if it's because the sun is directly on it, but man, that is so dirty. I am literally gonna be back and get some Windex. That's what it's called, right? Windex, yes. Clean the window and I'll be right back. Okay, so I don't actually know where the Windex is, but I have a spray bottle of water and some toilet paper, so I'm hoping it will do the trick. Let's see. Well, it kind of worked. Yeah, those are just the sun rays. Yay, it worked. Okay, so now that that window situation is figured out, let's go on a drive. Let's do this. Let's actually finish this video and finish all of my thoughts. Okay, so it's clear that obviously I have just been super overworked. I feel like I've made that point multiple times. Well, last year, you know, it was a learning opportunity. I actually recently was on a podcast with Mariana Hewitt, the founder of Summer Fridays. If it's out now, you guys should definitely go listen to it. She is so sweet. She asked me a question saying, what is the most valuable lesson that you've learned since you've blown up on YouTube? And I answered honestly and said, I've learned how hard I can push myself and also what my limits are. For honestly the end of last year and the beginning of this year, I just did not know how to stop working. My obsession with work was so intense that it was almost toxic good. I feel like, you know, working hard is a good value, you know, to have for anyone. But if you're working so hard constantly all the time that you never give yourself any breaks, you never give yourself any free time, it's all you think about, and even when you try to take breaks, it's still all you think about. That's at some level not healthy anymore, and it starts to get really toxic. And the sad part is that you start to almost dread the thing that you should love doing. And I've never gotten to a point where I've resented creating content and it's something I hate and despise and just never want to do again. I've never gotten to that point, but I definitely started getting to the point where it felt like almost a chore, that it felt like something I had to do rather than something that I wanted to do. And, you know, I always felt so guilty about it because I'm like, I get to have the best job in the world that so many people would love to do, yet here I am kind of feeling like it's almost, you know, a chore, which is not what I want my relationship with you guys to be, what I want creating content to be. But honestly, it's something that I struggled with for a while because I was like, Hyram, you are being a little bitch. Stop complaining. So many people would kill for this job. Why the hell are you complaining about this? And I kind of self-sabotaged myself, which is, you know, not healthy either. Are we noticing a pattern of unhealthy behavior? Maybe this brain should take a note. And I feel like that's the case for a lot of people, particularly people who are, you know, trying to pursue a career, trying to build opportunities for themselves. We get so caught up in the chase of work, just so focused on building opportunities that we ignore all the other parts of our life that are necessary in order to lead just a healthy life. I feel like a healthy life has a balance of hanging out with friends, connecting with nature, relaxed time, free time, not pushing yourself too hard, and not constantly feeling stressed out. And I think one of the most difficult parts is that I really had a hard time identifying that I was stressed out. And because I'm stubborn as fuck, I just didn't really want to listen to the people in my life that were telling me you need a break. And the thing I think that's interesting with social media and YouTube is that your work ethic and the amount of time that you spend on something is directly equitable to the growth that you will see. So when you're working really, really hard, you see that work paying off. But when you're not working and you have free time and you have relaxed time, you see the lack of growth that occurs because of that. And so you're in this constant mental cycle of thinking, I have to work, I have to work, I have to work. And because you're seeing the success and opportunities play out, you're like, why would I stop? Why would I ever stop working as hard as I am now? Because look at all that's happening because of my work ethic. And this is something that I've seen so many creators struggle with. I've seen people within all types of jobs and industries struggle with as well. And when you're stuck in that mentality and you see the rewards, it's just kind of like a self-perpetuating problem, which is why for a long time I really did think like everything was fine and I thought it was totally normal that I was working all hours of the day, never taking any breaks, and just pushing my body and my health to the ultimate limits. And slowly but surely over time, I've started to learn how to get better about not overcommitting myself to things, about how to find a balance and how to take breaks when I need them. Me, you know, taking time to hang out with people at the beach never would have happened last year. And being that my brand launch was coming up, I was like, Hyram, you really need to get your shit together fast because this type of overexertion is not gonna fly. It's not gonna work as a brand founder and trying to balance everything. And so, you know, I started taking steps to making sure I didn't overexert myself. And I want to be honest, I am by no means in the perfect place where I've figured out a perfect system that works where I'm not overexerting myself. Definitely not. I'm still trying to adopt a healthy mindset, but it is so much better than it used to be. And I now know how to set limits where I'm able to say no, where I'm able to stand my ground and say, you know what, no, I'm not going to be able to do that because if I do, I'm going to be up all night. I'm going to be working nonstop. And I'm going to be in this never-ending cycle of accepting responsibilities that I just don't have the time or energy for. And it kind of sucks because you feel like the bad guy, you know? You never want to say no to opportunities. But I feel like I've adopted such a healthier mindset. And I think that is such an important lesson for a lot of us to learn, how to say no and how to set limits and how to stand up for yourself when you need to. For anyone out there who is struggling with the same thing, with lots of pressure, expectations, feeling like you don't want to miss out on opportunities, feeling like you constantly have to work, like you're feeling external pressure from other people that you always have to be in work mode 24/7, I hope this message can help you because it's, you know, something that I think is an investment into your future self and will ensure that you're able to make sure that your lifestyle is sustainable, because you're not going to be able to offer anything of value to the world if you've pushed yourself so far that you're no longer able to work, concentrate, focus, or commit any energy to anything at all. Everyone's situation is different, and that's what I told myself for so long, where I was just like, oh, the people, they don't understand, they don't get what it's like. But, you know, regardless of people's understanding of what your work style is like, being mentally healthy is more important than literally anything else. That needs to come number one. And, you know, I kind of had a self-reckoning moment where I realized for someone who talks so much about mental health, you might not be in the best mental space right now. And I don't know if I'm just speaking to a wall or if maybe what I'm saying is, you know, I don't know, not relatable, but I feel like I see a lot of people, particularly people who really want to build an incredible future for themselves, kind of, you know, falling into this trap. And it's one that I've definitely fallen into and I'm working to get out, because it can really cause a lot of stress and worry in your life. And you know, that's not worth it at all, no matter what you're doing. Even if you're building opportunities for yourself that are incredible, and even if you're in a job that you love, there can still be elements of it that are not good for your mental health. And I feel like being in this society where work is so valued to the point that we view ourselves through a lens that only reveals our value based off of what we're able to accomplish in a work setting, it's inevitable that a lot of us are going to experience this at some point. And I hope my story can kind of show, you know, what not to do. But also just kind of what's been going on mentally with me for a while. So my phone ran out of storage again. Driving me crazy. Anyway, I'm in a random parking garage and I'm just gonna finish my thoughts. I'd say more than anything, you know, I'm really grateful for the experience of learning what my work limits are, because truthfully, I don't know if I ever would have learned them had I not gone through all of this. I've always been such a workaholic, and I feel like, you know, it maybe has pushed me too far, and I don't know if I never would have realized the value of the lessons of taking breaks, taking time for your health. Oh, hello person. To take a break, to connect with friends. I feel like I may have been just in this never-ending pursuit of work. So I'm really grateful for what I've learned, and I hope maybe you guys can relate to this video, or maybe if you don't relate to this video, you can maybe, you know, learn something about yourself, have some self-reflection if you are in this situation, because we are in a society that values work over anything, and I feel like so many of us are going to struggle with this at some point. And my hope is that you're able to learn it before even I did, that you can see what I and a lot of other people, you know, struggle with. And I do want to clarify again, I have the luckiest job in the world. Oh my gosh, and I'm so grateful for it every single day. And by no means is this me complaining that's like, my life is so hard. Oh my God, the struggle is real. Absolutely not. I literally have the best job I can ever think of, and I'm in a position that I never thought I would be in. And honestly, compared to where I was just 3 years ago, it's night and day difference, and I'm so grateful to be here. I feel like with anything that's wonderful and any opportunity that's amazing, you know, there's room for learning lessons and there's room for growth, and sometimes we can just push ourselves way too far, and that positivity can still become toxic, no matter what form it's in. And yeah, regardless of whether this video is helpful or not, I hope it, you know, gave you guys a little bit of an open look into, you know, what my life has been like and what I've been learning. And yeah, more than anything, I'm just so grateful to be in this position. Like, I would so much rather be overworked, overexerted, and pushed to the edge of doing something that I absolutely love than doing something that I don't love. And I'm still, you know, waking up every single day being like, wow, I am so grateful for everything that has happened. I'm so grateful to have a brand. I'm so grateful to be juggling so many different things at once. Like, it is a dream come true. It is so amazing, and I never forget that. And it all started because of you guys. Like, you guys are the reason that all of this has happened. But yeah, if you guys want more videos like this, let me know. I really do enjoy filming driving videos, and I do want to make a lot more of these. And I feel like these are the types of videos where I'm like, you know what? I actually love making these. And this is something that I do enjoy, and not necessarily something that I feel pushed to create or like I have to create. This is really enjoyable for me, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Hello person. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week, and I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah.